Hi everybody, I'm glad you're back. Today we're going to be working on a landscape. A landscape's a picture of a place that's outside. And while we're working on our landscape today, we're going to focus on organizing our picture using the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. Because if we're thinking about all three of those parts of our picture, it's a lot easier to remember to focus on each section while we work on our landscape. So go ahead and get some paper and pencils and grab some things to color with because we're about to draw a landscape. All right, let's get started on our landscape. We're drawing a picture of a place where we like to go. I know the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my horizon line, and we're going to say I'm going to go camping in the mountains. So I'm just going to draw mountains in the background. So that's my horizon line. Everything up here is the sky. Everything down here is the ground. You can see I left a lot of space down at the bottom because I have the foreground, the middle ground, and the background to think about. So I know that camping, I have a tent. Tent is kind of an important part of the topic, so I'm going to put it closer to the foreground. So we're going to draw my tent right here. And I'm going to draw one of those old-fashioned tents. One of those triangular prism tents. And there's the zipper, and that's the basic shape. And then around the tent is the ground where you build your campfire right here. It's in one of those fire rings. There might be a picnic table over here. Of course, there's a bench too. So there's my bench and picnic table. Over here, maybe there's just like some sticks for the fire. So I'll just draw a bunch of sticks. I'm just sketching everything in right now. I'm not drawing anything dark because I don't want to have to erase something really dark because that would be harder to erase. Let's see, there's just some dirt around here. You know, there's grass here and there. And the grass is kind of going to create sort of like an edge where the foreground moves into the background. I might even put some grass up in the front just to show that the picture keeps going down outside the borders of the paper. All right, behind the grass, let's say there's some bushes. So I'm just going to draw some general shapes of bushes. That creates a good barrier before we get into the rest of it, you know. And then, of course, there's going to be trees growing here. So there's a tree, here's another tree, and the trees are large. There's no way around that. So the trees are just going to be big. So there's a big tree there. They're going to go all the way up to the top of the paper because they're larger. But we still want to make sure that we leave some space so that we can see the mountains in the background. So we've got the foreground, we've got the middle ground. There's the edge of the mountains back there. You know, we'll put some trees growing in between. You can see that a lot of parts look really scribbly. That's just because I'm kind of planning things out right now. So I'm just sketching things in. I can always erase things and move things around. I can maybe draw a bigger bush there. Draw more of a tree coming out right here. But I want to be able to see the mountains in the background. And I probably want to put more trees in the background too that are really far away. With some bushes back there. So I've got trees and bushes that are far away in the background. They're close to the sky. So that as things go in the background, they get more and more up the page closer to the horizon line. The things that are closer to us are closer to the bottom of the page and they're bigger. So there's some more trees. I'm gonna put another tree there with some more bushes around it. I realize I don't have very many of those kind of trees. And I know we have lots of those pointy type of trees around here. Let's put one in right there in the front. Now I've noticed as I've been working on this that I don't really like the way my picnic table looks. So I'm going to remove it. Let's draw it coming off the edge of the paper. Put a bush right there in the front. You know, maybe we don't need a table at all. I'm gonna keep thinking about what can go there. Oh, what if we just have a bench there for people to sit by the fire? Oh no. And that makes the table more possible. That doesn't look that bad. All right, so here's our landscape. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna outline it and color it in, and then we'll see what it looks like. And here is the final version of my camping landscape. And you can see that we have divided the space up into all 3 sections. I have my tent, campfire, and picnic bench in the foreground. And we have some bushes and trees in the middle ground. And way back in the background, we have more bushes and trees and mountains, but you can see that everything is smaller because it's in the background. So I hope you had fun with our landscape today. If you want to learn more about landscapes, check out some of the other videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.